We start right now with breaking news just into our newsroom as well, not really just in, but we are under a impact day. If you've been following us for a while here on WFIN2 News, we are continuing to bring you the latest on impact days and alert days as they come into our upstate. And we're actually going to start that main video over. I think we had some kind of issue with the video not playing. We're going to play that for you right now. There we go. All right, we are back live. Of course, we are continuing to give you live team coverage as we're learning more on this rain. As we move into our episode, we're going to have this rain for most all of the afternoon. Of course, continuing to track this models out. Okay, over the next several hours, I would expect by 1, 2, or excuse me, I would expect by at least 2, 3 o'clock, most of the upstate, including Greenville, Clemson, Walhalla, will be out of this system by 3:30. Then I'll expect getting in the afternoon. Now, still some of then the rain kind of model shift that comes back by 4:1 or 4:11, excuse me. Then 5, 6 o'clock out of the upstate from Anderson to Spartanburg to Fountain and Lawrence. All those areas, rain's moving out. Of course, 6, 7:30. I would expect Lawrence to be back in the system. Giving a big look, a preview at what this system really looks like. There's a lot of bands from now. There's many bands are spreading across Huntsville, Alabama, and Mississippi, Macon, Georgia. All of these little bands, some even heavy at times. Of course, we're gonna have our live radar. Of course, gonna show you a look at what we're looking at. But of course, all across the upstate, showing some signs of heavier downpours. Whatever we're looking at, of course, our team will be there every step of the way and continuing to be there every step of the way. Our weather center has been locating a lot of heavy rain. Of course, if you've been watching our YouTube videos and YouTube shorts, knowing that we've been keeping you ahead of this system every step of the way, every way we can, of course. Let's take a look right now at our Skycam network as we are nice and dry from Greenville, or not nice and dry, nice and dry. We are nice-ish, not really seeing some rain, or not really seeing storms, but of course, seeing that rain pattern all across from Greenville to Spartanburg. Now, of course, we have our weather center, which is going to be mapping out these storms. We are still watching. The threat for tornadoes, of course, and thunder and lightning, of course, is very low, as you would expect. But from Greenville to Spartanburg, looking at these more heavier, somewhat downpours, um, of course, we have our weather center, which is going to be, of course, bringing us this every step of the way. But of course, when we show you in just a second, we'll show you high resolution models, and those are even showing that more heavier rain right now as we speak across Lawrence, and of course our radars are going to be mapping it out every step of the way, every step of the way. I tell you, we've been watching this system ever since it first kind of got its start several days ago. We already placed an impact day, and let me just say impact day for sure. Here's a look what we're looking at in just a second, which of course we're going to bring to you if you continue to stay with us, of course. Um which we're going to show you. Alrighty. If you are watching right now, wish we can make it somewhat clear for you. This is what we are watching. Here's Greenville, Spartanburg. Now, of course, we're going to place kind of a track of what we're looking at. The track of this heavier downpour right above Gray Court. We're looking some of those areas being from inner reach in 36 minutes. Of course, this is an essential tool we have with us. And in just a second, we're going to continue to show you that when we come back. Of course, we'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. And this is kind of at a weird angle, but of course, we're showing you this every step of the way. Of course, we're zooming in right now on Gray Court. We're seeing more of that heavier downpour. I'm going to draw it out for us. This kind of 44-mile radius, as we're looking from Duncan Township to Green Pond Road, that is what we're looking at. Okay, that is more heavier downpour of a system. We're going to see if we can kind of move it. Maybe? No? Okay. We're going to go back to where we had it there. Sorry, guys. We're trying to get you the best look at what we can show you. Okay. So if you are continuing to stay with us, here's the latest track. You're just gonna have to hold it for you. Okay. This is what we're looking at. Our radars all showing this model, okay? Now, we see all across the upstate. From Greenville to Gray Court, this is one more heavier downpour towards Abbeville. Of course, we're going to highlight that in red. That is what we're looking at. Of course, Abbeville area, that is our most heavier downpours. You're in Abbeville, that's, if there is any lightning associated with this is where it would be. Abbeville, Greenwood. Our model is still showing that it's still a possibility, but of course, we're showing you this track of how it's been moving. This system's been moving kind of in an upwardly direction towards Raleigh. Now we're going to place this little track from this heavier downpour from Greenwood up to Charlotte, more that way. If we get a list here for you, look at our locations. Laurens and Union, we're expecting Laurens and Union by at least 59 minutes, but that is our heavier downpour. So this Hodges area downpour, which is kind of a heavy downpour, expected to be here at Laurens in about 50 minutes. So continue to stay with us there on that note. But of course, each radar has something different to say, and it's something different for sure, right? But this is kind of like we're about to show you momentarily is going to be more of a different type of model. This is more of our high resonance storm reflective. This is more for our storm fuel. Not really storm fuel, but this is more of our stormy light. Of course, it's a lot more red because this is the more impacted area across Greenville, Spartanburg, Asheville, all of these kind of upward areas. This is our high risk, okay? The high risk is across these areas. Yeah, going to our high resolution coefficient model, still showing this is just our different forms of, hey, what our rain looks like. This big white pocket is what we're looking at now. If you were going down towards Florida and parts of Savannah, that area is showing a potential tornado watch likely. That is still something we need to watch. Now, are we going to see that here at home? No, probably not. But high resolution models still showing that, hey, lot of rain. Now, you may be wondering, what is this little area right here? This little dot. Okay, well, This little dot is that's Greenville Spartanburg Airport. Of course, that is where the Doppler radar is that we're able to use to track out this system. Now, what does that exactly mean? Of course, we're going to take the Skycam network, and when we come back, we'll have the latest on what you need to know. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Let's take you to our radar as we are interesting across Greenville, Spartanburg, all of those areas. Now, showing with our little fancy pen here, of course, down towards more of our Dublin and those areas, getting down towards Florida. Just looking at these, it is more of our heavy, right? Of course, we're able to see kind of inside the storm with that 3D radar, of course. But here at home, we're not bad. I could say we were worse, but we're not. I mean, there's a little more heavier rain towards due west and those areas, but over the next several hours, like I said, I'm expecting it to be out of here by at least 250. This is suggesting 258. Different models, of course, are showing different things, but of course, we'll have the full complete radar for you to know, and of course, on our YouTube Shorts page. But for now, thank you for watching WFIN 2 News Rain Watch.